Let's see if I can get some people on here. No viewers. Come on, viewers. There we go. No viewers. Again. Homemade Pop-Tart. We got number one, all right. So, number three. How y'all doing? So they said that initially, or Trump said initially, that Kash Patel was going to be the director of the CIA. Shard. What? Hello? I don't even know what you, what do you mean if I smoke a shard? That's crazy. Bling, bling, click, king. It's dumb. Don't answer that. Okay. Yeah, it's a homemade one. It's a homemade Pop-Tart that this coffee shop makes. They're freaking delicious, man. So I turned my live on and no one was on, and I was like, well, I might as well just eat this because they are good, man, and it's a little warm. This girl makes great, this coffee shop, she makes great toaster strudels, but no one was on, so I wasn't trying to be rude. But then I started eating it, and then everyone popped on. But anyhow, hello from Jerusalem. Cool. What do y'all think about what's going on over here in the United States? But I can talk about anything. If y'all want to ask me some advice, these are like country roads that I'm driving on, so there's really, in industrial roads, it's really not too busy. Do I believe in World War III? I would. I would if I saw it happening. What advice do you have for someone who was hit in an accident? Well, I'd see if you were like, I'd ask if you were still breathing. How's that? And then I would see if you were bleeding, if your heart was pumping. And if you're doing that, then I'd just check for injuries. And any injuries I'd have fixed. And then I would slowly, anytime you get those injuries, any kind of injuries, I used to work, I have this extensive healthcare background. And so if you get injured, the key to it is get over that injury, but make sure that you're strong and you maintain your strength and your health, and don't do like unhealthy activities, okay? Because if you continue that, well, then that pain will come back. Like, the older you get, the pain will come back, and that's like a given. But like me, I'm kind of overweight, but I'm actually pretty healthy for someone my age because I'm not on any medicine, and I've had quite a few injuries, but because I get out, I keep moving around, then like my pain doesn't bother me. My leg, I worked very sedentary, like in a hospital, and I did a lot of sitting. And when I was a kid, I injured my back and my sacral iliac joint. And so it was like my right side of my hip or my pelvic always floated and wasn't really secure. And I'd have to wear this thing in my shoe. Oh my God, it was. And if I didn't wear it, well, it just messed up. So I started going to a chiropractor. And after I started doing my lawn service, my lawn business, landscaping business, and I work hard, but I don't work a lot. I just work hard, and I went to the chiropractor and I was able to overcome that. I'm trying to like read y'all's stuff, but I really can't. Well, so I maintained my strength, and I went to a chiropractor, and I'm able to I don't have to wear that little thing anymore. Which is worse, drinking or smoking? Drinking alcohol or smoking? So when you talk about those two things, you have to talk about frequency. you're doing it frequently, some people can smoke and enjoy it and not be dependent on it, which is, they're enjoying it, right? And then some people can drink alcohol and enjoy it, and there isn't no frequency there. So my question, my answer depends on the frequency of use. You can't really say one's better than the other. It just depends on the frequency. Like if you're talking about smoking cigarettes, I mean, there's no reason to even start smoking cigarettes because it just doesn't do much for you. So, but if you're talking about smoking marijuana, well, if you have the frequency there and you're doing it a lot and you're doing it like you're smoking, like someone that smokes cigarettes, well, my opinion is that, this is just my opinion, is that it's not going to be any good for your like mental health, really. You're not going to be able to concentrate on things. So I'm good. Oh, you're a wellness coach. All right, we got a wellness coach in the chat. Man, I got 60 people in the chat. Awesome. So let's see what else I can do. Well, so yeah, so like smoking pot, there's probably less chance of you like getting a DWI, but drinking, there's more of a chance of you getting a DWI, correct, and getting into a wreck. Where marijuana, there isn't. So yeah, thanks for the thumbs up, y'all. 44 people. We had 60, now it's down to 44. So who likes to smoke and drink? I'll tell you, I'm 55. I don't smoke or drink. You're currently a distracted driver, and I'm going to go back to my house. Yep. Yeah, you can. I think Instagram is just Killer Fuzz. Just look that up. But I'm going to my house. So I got a couple of jobs today, not many. Yeah, I drive on my phone, yeah. Yeah. It's easy, a lot easier to talk on the phone than it is to drive on the phone and like text. So, but like if you read, you can like kind of, my phone's like right up near that and I can like read. So, I mean, I can still get some peripheral vision, and yeah, I shouldn't do it, but I do. I'm the world's worst. But this is what I like to do. These guys are, oh man, they're got their mowers going. Uh-oh, raising up the, oh, they're getting some concrete work done today. Cool. All right, cool. You're in India? Yeah, it's just Killer Fuzz. Why Jack Hobner? Why? I don't know why you're asking why. Hello. So I'm going to pull up into my driveway and I'll talk to y'all for a while. Yeah, I think I'm Killer Fuzz on Instagram too. I don't really go to Instagram much. I kind of do, but I used to go a lot more. Okay, so now I'm just chilling like a villain in my truck here. Let's see. Yeah, I drive automatic. Yeah, I had a standard, but they just don't. I mean, they just don't have a lot of options when they sell trucks. This is a 2019. They just don't have a lot of standard transmission options. I don't think there's even a standard transmission option for Toyota Tundras. So, what do you want to know about my country? I live in South Texas. So we're divided up into states, and some states have more freedom than other. Yeah, Elon Musk would hire you. So, like, I live in Texas, and I have a neighbor that just moved into my neighborhood a couple of years. Well, I guess they moved in at the same time I did. So he was asking me, like, I was putting up a fence, and I've never lived outside. I mean, when I was in the military, I lived in, but I've never had to get permits or stuff here in the United States where I'm at. Return of the Jedi. It's Trump. Oh, wow. So, cool. 80 people. Hey, come on. Y'all give me some thumbs ups. The Return of the Jedi is Trump. So, like Texas, they're less restrictive than other states. It's like if you wanted to build a fence around your backyard or repair the old one, you don't need a permit to do that. In other states, like California, you do. You need a permit for everything. You need a permit to paint your house in California. You can paint your house in San Antonio or in Texas without a permit. So, I mean, but like the weather probably where I live is probably comparable to what people experience in India. It like stays hot here, except for maybe a couple of weeks out of the year. We have the potential to get really cold, maybe up to a month. But for the most part, like, I don't even wear pants. I just wear like shorts when I'm here. So, when I'm outside, because it just doesn't get that cold. Now, that's where I'm at. I'm in South Texas. It stays warm here. Like, so we're in November, and it's 73 degrees, and it's not even 10 a.m. Tasha's a Kamala supporter. Well, Kamala just got her. Elon Musk had a lot of chili for dinner. All right, well. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, people are really getting butthurt about the whole Elon Musk or the whole Trump thing. It's kind of funny. So, it stays warm, but it can get cold. It can get very cold in South Texas. So, like, there's been summers where, like, I'll still wear shorts, but I'll, like, wear, like, a jacket just to, like, break the wind, because my legs really don't get cold. Because I'm kind of a big guy. But, so I don't know, like, but I'll put, like a sweat jacket on, like a Carhartt or something, like a little hoodie. And that's fine I stay warm. But so like a couple of years ago, maybe 3 or 4 years ago, we had like a lot of snow. I mean, and we never get snow. I mean, we get snow like every 30 years. And this was like the worst snowstorm. It knocked out all the power, the electricity. I mean, the temperature dropped so bad. Trump is the god of his supporters. Yeah, they don't. Well, so when you have inflation, you try to outwork it, and like there's only a few spots in the United States where you can outwork inflation, and where I'm at is not one of them. Yeah, wow, we got a lot of people here. So come on, man, let's hit some thumbs ups. Bling bling, thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. Oh, wow, look at these filters here. I never even noticed these filters. Black and white. Dawn. Bubbles. Dance party. Dream. Glamour. Ooh. 8mm. Documentary. Sepia. Silver screen. Haunt. Sketch. Oh, okay. Well, that's enough. So, yeah, he did. Yep. No one likes what happened to Pence. With Pence. Oh, what's this? Oh, okay. Oh, okay. All right. So, ooh, I like the bubbles. Tasha Muscle. So, I really don't know. But I do know this, that there's I really don't know the answer to the Israel question. The only thing that I can think of is that they're surrounded by like Muslim countries. But you cannot save. Yeah, I hear you. Yep. Psalm 146:3. Yep. Wow. We're getting a lot of stats going on here. Yeah, I don't have much work today, but I'm going to go out and I might have 2 and that's it. So it's not going to be that good of a day. So I bought I bought a fishing pole. Look at that. Yeah, when DJT won, I was like, I can afford another fishing pole. But Andrea Mallory, I've thrown up on a daily basis on DT. Maybe her next. He isn't sworn in yet, thank God. Well, it looks that way, and everyone complains about him and stuff, but and a lot of people are upset that there's like this, that he appointed the Supreme Court, that overthrew Roe versus Wade, and a lot of people hate that. But the thing about it is that there's there hasn't been a majority really to overthrow it since it became law. and no one's ever questioned the constitutionality of it, and where it should be at in our perspective. And it was always a privacy right issue, not in my understanding. Yeah, I really don't. I you know, like personally, like my wife, she would never be an advocate for that. And if we were to have a baby, like before we were married, or she were to get pregnant, that wouldn't have even have crossed her mind. And I probably wouldn't align with someone who advocated for that, because um, it's just not something that it's just I I try to be responsible enough to not not to get someone pregnant. And and I understand that women, there's exceptions and all that, and I honestly hold the value that all life is possible. So if the mother is like sick, and and both of them are gonna die or whatever, I mean, I wouldn't be opposed to saving the mother's life, if she needed to, and that's how the Texas law is written. But I really think that the big issue was with abortion was that there was that really the taxpayers didn't want to have to fund that for people. I mean, because you have a freedom of religion and you don't want your tax. I think that was the biggest issues, because we were funding them. There was all this money allocated all like over to like Europe and stuff, and people just didn't like it. Like all the Christians in the United States, they were like, well, so that was probably the primary issue. Like, well, if they're going to do it, I don't want my money to go towards, I don't want to be working for that, so. So right now, I have, my two nephews, and you asked the question, who would raise a child that isn't wanted or loved? Okay, so my two nephews are currently living with me, and neither one of their father, they have the same dad, their father or their mother can't love and raise them, and so we're doing it. So the answer to your question is that I am, okay, that my wife is. So we're raising, because we want them to grow up. And I tell you what, they're freaking difficult, man. It's hard being 55 and raising kids. There you go. Yep. So the mother of these kids that we're raising, she's like, I don't know what her deal is, but her parents can't raise the kids, because I believe her mother's dead, and then her father, he was in. So the grandparents of these kids, the grandfather was in prison for like 25 years, and he can barely support himself. And then my wife's mother, and father, they can't do it either, because they're like in their 70s, and they are. So my brother-in-law, he's a combat veteran, and that's really the reason he can't raise them, because he was over in the Middle East, and he's just out there, and he's in his mid-40s, but he married a woman briefly that ended up having some severe problems, and she got pregnant twice, and she and he just doesn't have the patience for kids, and we already know that because of some issues, and so that's why my wife and I stepped in. Yeah. So no compassion for trumpets. I don't care what happens to them. I'm just sad that they get to drag decent folks along. Oh, you mean with the election? Yeah, so yeah, there's long complicated issues that you should and could and would and all that. But all right, well, I hear you. And now the states have to vote on it. But like in Texas, if it's a life-threatening pregnancy, they can't end it. So that's like bull. The girl that was here in Texas that died as a result of being pregnant, she actually was planning on having the child and wanted to save the child. And when she was presented with the idea of ending the pregnancy, that wasn't an option for her. And finally, when they got down, when the heartbeat, uh, the she I don't know, she she uh, she could have she could have like had a I mean the child just started the third trimester, so they could have pulled the baby out with the C-section and done life support, but then treated her with antibiotics and stuff. I don't. I just know that the girl here in Texas, it wasn't because she didn't want an abortion. She wanted to save the baby. She was having baby showers, and then she ended up passing because she got a severe infection, and that's what happened. Well, I kind of agree with the if you can't raise a child because and yeah, you should be responsible. I mean, theoretically, that's a great option or a great goal. Like don't, but people, yeah. I mean, I understand that, and I think the big option is that tax-paying Christians don't want to fund them. And that's a primary issue, and then the secondary issue is that they don't believe in them. And if you give them the option to vote against it, all right, here we go. So hopefully they're here to deliver. Oh no, they're not dropping off my fly reel. Hey, you have anything, sir? You have anything from? Oh, he can't hear. But I'm supposed to I'm supposed to have the rest of my fly rod dropped off. It takes a village. Yes, yeah, it does. But I tell you what, yeah, Well, what is it you love? Oh, so look. So if you read up on the case, okay, so his supporters see the legitimacy of that case, and they don't feel like they feel, well, it's up in New York, and ever since his that housing, that Fair Housing Act, well, he hasn't been getting a fair shake in the courts, because you have to catch people red-handed in the act of like discriminating against, but he's accused of discriminating against. You can't send false buyers in there and try to entrap people into a housing violation. So with the story of with E. Jean, that people don't like it. I mean, people don't just aren't believing it. So so there was, I think, three witnesses in the case. One was the doctor, one was E. Jean, and then one was an impact. So E. Jean claimed to be there, but she presented a dress with with a jacket on it, but she wasn't sure. She wasn't sure if it was from DJ T or Trump or someone else. And so that in itself is suspect. And then the next thing is that so E. Jean wasn't sure about it, and those were her own words. And then she supposedly went to and sought treatment for this. Fine. But then there was a lady that previously that was allowed to say, hey, well, he did it to me in the past, but her account was already discounted in court. So there was all these suspicions, and then the fact that it was around an election, people just didn't believe it. People believed that the judge got it wrong. People believed that the judge was compromised. So, oh yeah, yeah. Well, Ted, I mean, but the impact study, the impact testimony, she never even witnessed it. They just, yeah. I mean, I hear you, but people just don't believe it. They just don't. I mean, I've been in court, and my ex-wife took me to court. I was 32 years old, and just records would indicate that I shouldn't be sued. I was sued 2 or 3 times. One time, okay, I couldn't I didn't adequately show my point the first time that and it happened all the whole time. So I ended up, I was making about $35,000 a year in my early 30s, and my ex-wife sued me for my son for child support like a couple of times. I ended up paying $96,000 for that year in child support. And I tried to appeal it, but they go, well, there's still pending cases. You can't appeal this. And I'm like, oh my God. So the record was never closed. So, but I don't know. Anyhow. Yeah, and I hear, but you know what? He's not he served his country as the commander in chief. But everyone that I know that was in Vietnam, They would not have volunteered for it for a second time. I know people that say that Vietnam was a sham. It was just to get a French help our allies, the French, get back their colony, which was wrong. EPW. Well, I didn't even mention you, EPW. So my son commented on this. Where did he comment? I didn't even know you did YouTube anymore, Ethan. But Ethan, you should change your name and put Killer Fuzz's son. So, where is... Yeah. So, yeah, that is my son. Yeah, he doesn't care. So the whole point in me mentioning that is that the court systems are more aligned with money being funneled through their situation, and so that's the whole point of me bringing that up, is that I know for a fact that even though something, there's a thing called deprivation of rights colored as law, and I think it's a Marbury versus Madison, and so yeah. Yeah, but that's my son right there. But you should change your last name if you're going to associate with me on YouTube, because I don't want to start getting a bunch of hate mail in my mailbox. He said it live on TV. Who did? So, yeah. Yeah, so Ethan doesn't have to address anything. But, yeah, there's a lot of people that get pregnant from the vaccine. From that. Yep. Come on. $72 people. So everyone give a thumbs up. India, what's up? Good to have you from India. Oh yeah, man. That happens too, man. Being a man and getting pregnant. Yep. Especially when you identify that as a woman, that all that. But wow, Ellie. Michael. So we've been on for like 45 minutes. Should I cut off at about an hour? My God, man, everyone's just talking about like all this stuff. But here's the weather. Look at this weather out here, man. This is South Texas. And so it's like, let's see. Oh, it's like 73 degrees. I need 15 minutes of pain before I start. Here, look, you know what? I'm going to get this fishing pole out. All right. Thank you, Ethan. All right. So it's cool that y'all are like arguing. Woo! Look at this. Will you look at that? Oh, super fun. Dude, it's a 4-piece. Ooh, look at that. Look at that. Got that sticker there. Look at that. All right. It's a good sticker. Ooh, look at that. Yeah, nice. Another fishing rod. Like I really need one. Man, this is nice. Good. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I got you. They have to find the street, but so I was. All right. Oh, yeah. Ooh. Ooh, yeah. Yep. Well, I'm glad that my son's on here. It's kind of cool. So my son is he's um, a college student already. But cool. Hey, Ethan, I went and looked at your channel the other day, and you haven't posted on it like 6 years. But oh well. Oops. Keep forgetting to. I know. It was just cool because I was talking to Susie about it, and she goes, "Oh, look, Ethan's so cute." Because you were like a little boy, and when you were posting on it, I can't believe that my channel is like just ballooned up, though. I mean, to where it's at. Put this. Put this right here. Yeah. There we go. Yeah, politics is kind of difficult. People just don't. I was just going to comment on what's his name's picks, but so anyhow. Such a beautiful cloud. Yeah, it's pretty out here, man. Ellie, you're a yapper. What's a yapper? Okay, we're almost hitting the 1 hour mark. And there's been like 80 people. All right, come on, some final thumbs up before I go inside. Yep. All right. Well, it's been long enough, y'all. I hope y'all have a good day. I'm inside, and I'm gonna get ready and go to work and do a couple of jobs. Oh, okay. Sophie, yeah, you're not getting a response. But yeah, that stuff with up there in New York. So I mean, so okay, so I'm in my bathroom, and I'm gonna call this quits. Okay, so y'all have a good day. Before 10, come on, let's get 10 more. Come on, Let's get some more thumbs ups. Y'all, you'll hear the echo in my bathroom. Echo. Did Trevor Lee sign off on a bird? Oh my God, y'all are ridiculous. All right, hey, you too, son. Enjoy yours. Love you. All right, y'all have a good day. Bye.